He changed his accent.
A Wall Street Journal article came out about the Hans Niemann chess cheating scandal. Likely cheated more than 100 times. This was released in conjunction with a chess.com article.
My name is Ole Crono Mustachiola. Well, you guys, what the heck is this? We don't have enough data to conclusively determine that he was likely cheating, especially given his age. Now, there are lies, and there are lies by omission, equivocation. I'll put it like this. When you say, "You're right, I did take one, not less than one. I took one cookie and not any less. I wear my sunglasses at night, but I never know what time of day it is. I want to get with you, girl," or "I want to have some pizza, and I'm all out of pizza. Not less than one. I took one cookie and not any less." You have merely forgotten the very important context. Is it true that the chess.com report cleared Hans Niemann? Ha ha ha! We were merely unable to conclusively determine that Hans had cheated over the board. This report, which apparently does not say that Hans has cheated over the board. No. Yeah, it's just we were unable to conclusively determine that Hans was cheating over the board. Yeah. But chess.com stands by its report. So the report that says that Hans did cheat over the board, to conclusively verify, did cheat. Got that? Okay, great.
Obviously, no logically minded chess fan or chess player can possibly believe that you haven't proven your worth over the board and in conditions where it is literally impossible to cheat. I think that's not up for dispute.
I just watched the interview with Hans Niemann, and it's impossible to argue that Magnus did not defame him.
I believe that Niemann has cheated more and more recently than he has publicly admitted. There's more than I would like to say, unfortunately. At this time, I'm limited in what I can say without explicit permission from Niemann.
It's also important to remember that one of the main ideas behind the Niemann lawsuit was that he was challenging chess.com on the merits of Sherman antitrust. Now, Sherman antitrust holds that you cannot have a coordinated effort to prop up a business entity. We won the game. It's over. The game's over. You can't have a coordinated effort to prop up some sort of business interests unless you are out in the open about it.
If I say one sentence the wrong way, I might be sending 10,000 people or more to go do something. I also believe that even if Hans is guilty.
Also, it's very interesting to me because there are other stats from that 72-page report that chess.com compiled, which in essence say...
I think day by day, the evidence is slowly starting to show more and more that he's cheated. Like how Magnus said.
Was it you or was it Magnus that said that cheating poses an existential threat?
Magnus said.
Magnus must do something about cheating. And for my part, going forward, I don't want to play against people that have cheated repeatedly in the past because I don't know what they're capable of doing in the future.
It's one of these things where they talk about how Hans has he played better during a period of time when games were broadcast versus not broadcast. So it's hard because you do believe that Magnus could have handled it better, but if it was 2 years of these rumors and nothing was done about it.
About it. Oh wait, no. No one ever avows anything. Why don't we avow? I avow. All right, so Hans is obviously and egregiously defamed by Magnus and Hikaru. And also, Hikaru, the things that Hikaru defamed Hans with are still on the internet.
I don't know.
72 pages long.
Exactly, yep.
Magnus Carlsen soft called out Hans for cheating, then fully called out Hans for cheating. You kind of just have to trust the word of chess.com. They have a very accurate cheating detection tool.
Like, he has made zero effort to go out there and go, oh man, I have to fix that defamation. In my eyes, Hikaru loves to defame Hans. We have to keep that in mind. So what I was getting, the point I was making about Hans talking about his lawsuit is that, well, Hikaru obviously and outwardly coordinated an attack on Hans, and they just lied a lot. They lied like a lot. So Hans Niemann and the Knights Who Say Nie, I think it was the third time. It was like the third time. So he had been caught more than two times. Like more than two times. Like there's this, like, these two matches and then a blitz match, and there's some mechanic to go public with it. Clear cut, which is, to me, it sounds like probably people think, okay, well, like, they're like, what is the word? What is the word? He's an outlier. He's like an outlier. Yeah, it's like an outlier. Like, he's not like, he's out. He's like a lot. What's the public report on Hans? We only created a public report on Hans because Hans made an issue with his comments to compel to complete as full and detailed and as an investigation, and to give the community and the public believe in a redemption story arc for Hans. TB Rise and insight in chess.com's best-in-class cheat detection. Just kind of hanging back, lazy Sunday, just kind of jamming. We're just kind of jamming out. I hope you like jamming too. We're gonna do that. I hope you like jamming too. Now I've never heard Hans say this before, but one thing that chess.com did was they went, you know what? We're gonna release internal documents about a player who has nothing to do with Hans. They decided that they would do that. Now, why did they do that? The game's highest level, the scandal is now widening still more, with Maxim Delugi, one of Niemann's coaches. He was banned from chess.com in 2017. So they just said that it was his previous coach when he wasn't Hans's coach. It had literally nothing to do with the story at all. So why am I bringing it up? Because they released it solely for the reason to attack Hans Niemann. Good game. And I'm shadow banned forever. And I don't know why. I honestly don't know why.
Like what Magnus, I think, said, that it is an existential threat to chess. Like, this is a very serious problem that's only going to get bigger.
It's much better to let somebody suffer or possibly die if the alternative is having a short and somewhat uncomfortable conversation with them.
They kicked him out of any future events. Specifically, they kicked him out of the Global Chess Championship, a $1 million online chess event.
It is completely ridiculous. I met with Danny Wrench at Miami, and
Danny Wrench, CEO of chess.com.
Yeah, and we do not have enough data to conclusively determine that he was likely cheating. Article that just dropped, I think, in the last 30 minutes, okay? It'll show Delugi is one of Hans Niemann's coaches, and who's recently name dropped by Magnus Carlsen, okay? Not the best move. Great!